You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Xion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegus, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Xion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Xion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Xion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man, snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look sharp, people! If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Remember, if the pain's too much,
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-zoogle policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
Here I come!
Look sharp. Burning
Move away!
Now you see what I can do.
Going in!
too much steel!
Raining slash!
This one's mine!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah, and the pummeling to me. Release the deity.
I can do without this thing.
Release the deity.
Its armor's too strong.
It'll split it open.
Be my guest. Raining slash!
I'm ready.
Double me! In an instant!
Impact cross.
I'm not done!
Anything in armor.
Not on my watch!
On your
Piercing roar!
Magic is them!
I'll smash you.
You're mine!
Hitting tiger.
Throw away!
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, this limb kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bones with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there. By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait. Don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine. Let's get going. Thistleum was founded by Danans fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Xion?
Of course not. Xion's our friend. Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Xion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
Okay.
Why?
Damn it.
What?
Is that so?
Okay.
Great job.
I'll teach these small fry who's the apex predator of these waters. Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight.
You're saying we should check the owl forest?
Looks perfect and tastes just as good.
I think Huro senses an owl around here.
Feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hoodle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered can be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
Discourteous, aren't you?
I'll tear you apart! Try harder! Lionheart! Blow away! Talon Hurricane! Raining Slash! Eagle Fly!
I'll take out the legs with my shield.
Blow away! That freaking does it!
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kitara!
Blow away! Raining Slash! Blow away! Penumbra! Talon Hurricane! Eagle Fly! Here I come! Raining Slash! I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
You're still not done fishing yet? Boring.
You need patience to fish.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. I've got something. Looks like I hooked a pretty rare fish.
So what's it to be? Grilled or broiled?
Now, where might those fish be?
All we have to do is get rid of that thing, right?
That's far enough!
Strength to march on! Lion! I owe you one! You're mine!
Now you've gone and ticked me off!
Raining!
Are those arms even natural?
In a bind? Take this!
Going in.
Talon Sword! Blow away! Raining Slash! Loop back! Stand back! I'll trip it up! I'm not done! Raining Slash! Try harder!
On guard!
Blow away! Do it! Come on! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! On your not a chance! Dragon Shell!
Going in.
Like that! With the earth! Raining Slash! Blow away!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Not that I don't agree, but maybe now's not the best time for Elda Menancia.
Let's see what you've got.
I'm gone!
away!
Lord up!
I owe you one.
Wanna snake quick!
Eat this! Blew away!
If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay?
Ready? Try harder! You're mine! That freaking one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Ready? Not
I owe you one for that.
Strike!
You made me angry. That was
Ready?
a bad
Shot!
idea.
Radiant light! Forth! Ready? Flash! Blew away!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolisher!
Benediction light.
Dark blew away!
Run well!
Even descent! Flashing fang! Looks like we won.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Shield from calamity. Barrier. Here and now. Eagle fly. Take this. Raining.
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Eagle fly. Raining.
I'm just getting started.
I'm ready. Take more. Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
There's always room for improvement.
Coming through.
Raining. Lion heart. I'm on it. Take this. Run up.
Shield from calamity.
Going in.
Take this. Barrier.
Flaming meteor!
Raining flash. Blew away.
Shot!
Radiant light.
Force of regeneration.
Regenerate. Take this.
Everlasting dark.
Negative thing.
Bestow thy mystic mercy.
Nothing gets by me!
Here I come.
I owe you one for that.
Just getting started. Glimmer dragon. Blew away.
Time to shine!
Raining
Shine.
shine.
Radiant
Blew
light.
away.
Force of regeneration. Regenerate.
I owe you one.
Wait!
Try harder. My turn.
Make it rain!
Even descent. Flashing fang.
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Take this.
Here goes!
Raining flash.
Lord up!
Here we go.
Time to
Raining
shine!
flash. Blew away.
Shield from calamity.
Look sharp!
Barrier. I owe you one. Blew away.
Bestow thy mystic mercy.
Going in!
Here I
No
come.
art of being interrupted.
Nothing gets by me!
Take this. Strike. My turn.
Come on, roll now!
Raining flash.
Going
Sword
in!
Rain Alpha. Blew away. Sword Rain Alpha. Try harder. Raining flash. Blew away.
Here's
Eat
The abyssal
I'm not
deep.
done.
Clear for
Time to go.
I'm ready.
Run well. Even descent. Flashing fang.
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen. I wonder if we can use this.
There's the Zoogle we were asked to handle.
On a opponent like this should be
No
easy.
further. I'm on Inferno Punch!
Piercing
Blew
roar!
away from the wind! Burning Blast! Blew away! Glimmer Punch! Blew away! Shield from Calamity! Shot it! Barrier! That's much better. Blew away! Raining Slash! Here I come!
Look sharp!
Raining Slash!
I'm on a roll now! On guard!
I'm not done!
Yeah!
Raining Slash! You're finished! Dragon!
Do it!
Raining
Go
Slash!
in!
Run well! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
A comfortable win.
Let's see what we've got. Take this! Raining
Denied!
Allow me to help.
Another incantation ruined.
Raining Slash! Blew away! Surfing Knuckle! Raining Slash!
Look sharp!
We did it! He dead! That's Raining Slash! I owe you one.
Lion
It was nice while it lasted.
An outstanding
Blew away!
Leave the chargers to me! Water snake, wait!
Blew away!
Now time to die!
Blew away!
Thunder touch!
Raining!
Piercing roar!
We did it! Take this! I'm not done!
You see what happened there is you crossed me. You shouldn't have done
I'm
that.
ready! Move it more! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! I can feel my power growing!
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately? An opponent like this should be easy.
Away! Far enough! Surfing knuckle! Falling short!
Shield from Calamity! Raining Slash!
Tiger blade!
Blue Take it up!
On guard!
We did it! My turn! shield! Hey! Blow them away!
I've been doing really great lately.
Coming through! Raining slash! Blow away! I'm just getting started!
Tiger Blade!
Be careful, everyone! This one isn't normal! I'll tear you apart! Blow away! I'll face you! Raining slash! Blow away! Take it easy! Here I come! Blow away! It's over! Sword Rain Alpha! My turn! I'm not done! Blow away! Talon Hurricane! Here I come!
You shouldn't have messed with me!
Try harder! Not a chance! Struck!
Swallow dance!
Blow away!
On guard!
Do it! Goodwill!
Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
I'm not done!
Here
Blow
goes
away!
down!
Penumbra! Blow away!
Swallow dance! How's that? For a kick. I'm getting better, right?
Quite. I'll be relying on your fancy footwork.
Does fancy footwork mean running away like a chicken?
No!
Is that the Zoogle we were told to dispatch?
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Get out of this!
This one's mine!
Blow away! Raining slash! You're mine!
Did you see this coming?
Blow away! Raining slash! Blow away!
Time to shine!
Magic is in!
Blow away!
Thunderblade!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me, I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you a million times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, you two.
No problem. We'll save Shion. I know we will.
I'll see you again tomorrow.
Alone. I'm all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear foe! Thunderblade!
Ah, what are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh, it's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cislodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Well, yeah, but still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms? You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Rinwell.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Okay.
Okay. Yes!
What?
Really? Dohalim. Dohalim, I'm going to look into some seasonal fishing spots.
By all means.
Leave the preparations to me as well. I'll bring the rods. Would you prefer your fish served grilled or raw?
I'll, trust your judgment, Kisara.
We should be able to cook here.
Whoa! Get a look at this view!
Don't get so drawn into it you fall over now.
Ho ho ho! Ho ho ho!
You're saying we should check the owl forest?
Twitch Unity, however you want your chat to feel, we can help.
That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city. We're going in the opposite direction, but where there's a will...
There's always a way, right? And it looks like we're out of options. Let's grit our teeth and go! Is it just me, or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm. More than that, though. There are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almadria. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin. At least, I'm trying to be. I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
I see. You hear that, Law? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to hear. Right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though? Not so much a fan of that.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renin trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
Finally, some open space again.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Green! Here goes!
Here I go.
Photon
Blow away!
Banana! It's a
You've
super
got a
yard!
knack for battle.
I still plan on training.
That's what I like to hear.
The enemy wields art too.
You'll soon see about that!
Can you take it? What do with a shot? Lightning slash!
The Tempest engulfs you! so I still had room to grow.
Crap. This injury hurts more than I thought. Shion, sorry, but could you... Oh. Right.
In a bind?
Now I can let loose!
A wall fresh shield from calamity. Another incantation ruined. Dance on the wind. On the Sentak. I'll trip it up.
We managed to turn the tide!
For now, but things could shift at a moment's notice.
You're right. Better stay alert. Demon's descent!
Flashing fang! Now! You're mine!
Rotating wildfire.
Magic is there!
I'm ready.
Blah, blah, blah.
You're mine! In an instant! Impact block!
The heavens must be smiling. Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Eat dirt!
No further.
Sharpness!
On guard!
Not in your dreams!
Blow away!
All yours, Kisara.
We did it!
Magnificently done.
Begin! You're finished! Okay, here I go!
A debut performance.
No escape!
They could be a vicious nature here for us to pass.
Force blast! Devastation! You're mine! Raining blast!
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best.
Coming through.
I'll smash you!
Lion Face!
Stop!
Confiscated!
Lightning strike!
Is it high? Dispatch it out again!
Raining fire!
It's almost too
The
strong.
tide of battle has turned in our favor.
Be like it!
Indeed, but remain ever vigilant. I shall ensure you survive it.
In your deck, Dohalim.
Real.
Astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down.
Take this! Not a chance!
Shine, radiant light, force of regeneration.
Raining blast!
Lightning
Let
strike!
us take this.
I'm ready! Launch! Hey! Blow them away! Great! Flew away! Raining slash! Everlasting darkness! We did it! Negative gate! Piercing flew away! Raining slash! Air pressure!
Magic is there!
Raining slash!
Thunderblade!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
That's no ordinary enemy I see over.
Break yourself! This one's tough!
Sharpness!
Lion!
Constantine! Arch Shield!
Raining
A wall.
Concentration!
I think we can get moving.
Don't let up until it's over.
Who said anything about letting off?
Leave the enemy's arc to me.
No complaint here!
Blah, blah, blah. Freeze Lancer! Blah, blah,
Flew
blah.
away!
Field!
Raining!
Hurricane Strike!
Flew away!
Lightning Orb!
Ready, take it! Here I go! I'm ready! No escape! Hey! Blow them away! Not
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
I've never stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it'd... Let's see.
got. Now you see what I can do!
Sharpness!
Lionheart! Flew away!
Confiscating!
Right here! Raining slash!
Bet that shell's hiding something tasty.
Let's go!
The tidal battle has turned in our favor.
Then let's keep pressing the attack.
Indeed, but remain ever vigilant.
Raining slash! Seismic rush! Next!
Old-fashioned near the fastest.
Glad you had your uses.
Flew away!
I'll show you how useful I can be.
Get on in there with the
Down on
others.
the ground.
Now!
Raining slash!
Whew. Looks like we came out on top.
We just need to make sure we stay there.
Right. And without totally overdoing it.
Let's see. You've got it. I'll smash you!
Sharpness!
I owe you one. Flew away!
Take this!
Lightning strike! Blah, blah, blah. Magic!
Raining slash! Flew away! Raining barrier!
Light astral energy! Blah, blah,
Tidal
blah.
battle has turned in our favor.
Then let's keep pressing the attack.
Indeed, but remain ever vigilant.
Switch to offense. Idiot, discharge.
You're mine!
Rotating
Hope this works.
Devastation! Flew away!
Hurricane Rush. Take it
Raining slash!
No complaints from me. Hi, Hoodle!
the strength to march on.
Raining slash!
Blah,
Flew
blah,
away!
blah.
Prepare to be
The tide of battle has turned in our favor.
Then let's keep pressing the attack.
Indeed, but remain ever vigilant.
Blah, blah, blah.
Excellent technique. How are your weapons holding up? Best not to give me any ideas.
Rotating pile driver.
Raining slash!
Is every shield you own that big?
Here, you want to try holding it?
Ugh. How do you even walk with this thing? Little help!
I can march on.
You want to play?
Sharpness!
Come at me.
Now that's it!
Crescent Moon.
Raining
Tiger Blade.
When it is hot!
We did it! Not
Piercing Roar.
Rush! Barrier! Raining slash!
Excellent technique. How are your weapons holding up? Best not to give me any ideas.
Flew away!
May 1,000
Tornado
kills
drive.
carry in its way.
Flew away! My turn!
Tiger Blade.
Firmament render!
Flew away!
Your blade moves like silk. I just let my instincts take over. How fascinating.
I can feel my power growing!
Hey! New equipment! The design... This equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen. How much farther?
I don't think we're even halfway there yet. Hang in there.
Not even halfway.
Right, here goes!
Strength to march on.
I can carve through armor!
Lion
I owe you one.
Not in your dreams.
Here I come!
In here.
Blow away! Lightning flash! Blow away!
One more time. Going in.
Take this! I'm not done!
You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
Tide of battle has turned in our favor.
Then let's keep pressing the attack.
Indeed. Remain ever vigilant.
Come and face me! Blow away!
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky.
Right, here goes!
Strength to march
Armor
on.
won't save you! Take this!
Not in your dreams.
Wow, much action.
Calamity.
I think the enemy's getting...
Hey, Riptide. Long time no see.
Desperate.
Got them where we want them.
Don't take your hands off. Make it rain!
Jolene!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Citizen! You don't mess around.
Going in.
Certainly not.
Raging lunar storm.
Air thrust!
Good to know my training's paying off.
And what, pray tell, does this training of yours entail?
Why? Interested in joining me? Did we really just spend that much money?
What is this place?
Careful. We've got company.
Doesn't look like we're getting past without a fight.
Watch your feet. Fall from here and it's curtains.
We're just trying to get past. Get out of our way.
Save your breath! While that thing seizes a talking meal!
Then let's show it how wrong it is! Is it trying to stop us?
Crescent, move!
The flashing part's their weak point. Water
Did you see this coming? Blaze off
Thunderblade!
Guess I had to use it sometime.
Holy run!
Raging Luna Sword!
How about this? Hurricane Strike!
Elusive deity!
Raging storm!
You're mine!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Ready? Try harder!
Look sharp!
Now! Here I come!
Illumina! Its wings are lighting up.
It's getting ready to attack! Let me free you of your power. Dispel!
What would I do
Such
without
tremendous power.
Don't face it head on.
Blew away! Blew away!
Use its weak point to take it down.
All together, everyone.
Blew away!
Hurricane Strike!
Raining
Lightning
blast!
Strike!
Blew away!
Johalim!
All yours, Kisara.
Magic Azam!
Look
Can you
sharp!
take it?
Sweet target!
Raining blast! Blew away! Raining blast! Blew away! Raining blast!
This one is almost in the bag.
We're not done yet.
There with the
It's
others.
just falling back.
Then it's time for you to do what you do best. Thank you, Sohain.
It's changing
What any other
tack!
does it have an ace up its sleeve?
More for the stockpile.
It looks like we made a mess! You made me angry! That was a bad idea! Glacial
Thunder
Strike!
field. Magic Azam.
Strike! Hurricane Major Break!
Johalim.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis.
With fauna like that, I'm impressed so many people from Thistle made it through here alive.
Who's to say there weren't a whole lot more of them who didn't?
Well, at any rate, it should be a safer climb now that we've cleared the way a bit, right?
No. So long as people feel the need to face terrain this perilous, I'd say true safety's some way off.
You mean defeating Volron and putting an end to the crown contest, right? I guess that would be the best solution here, huh?
They've wasted enough time here already. Let's get going. Xion needs us.
How are we still not there yet? It feels like we've been climbing this mountain forever.
It helps if you try not to look up or down. All you need is silent determination. Talking too much will only waste energy and burn you out.
I'm too tired to look up or down, even if I wanted to.
Take care you don't fall, at least. Unless you want to make a Zoogel's day, that is.
Zoogles? Why would they care if I fell or not?
How would you feel if a 3-course meal fell right out of the sky at your feet?
Zoogle Chow.
Law? Best not to listen to him if you can help it. You'll only be encouraging him if you do.
Tell me that before I listen next time.
Still, Tohalim has a point. One wrong step and it's curtains.
Wouldn't it be great if we could all fly like Hootle? I bet even the refugees who didn't make it would have made it to Thistleum that way.
Until we magically sprout wings. Let's just watch where we're stepping instead, okay? Come on. Shion's waiting for us.
Go no further!
Okay, here I go.
Don't mind if I do.
This one's mine!
Now I can let loose.
I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want them.
Don't tip your hands up.
I'll face you.
We won that by a mile.
It's such a nice view.
Hey! Are you insane? What the hell were you thinking? I thought we were gonna die!
One simply needs to be bold and act with conviction in times such as these.
Did you know it was gonna be safe before you jumped? Because I sure didn't.
More or less. I figured there would likely be a basin here akin to most such waterfalls.
Don't just make people jump off cliffs on a hunch.
Are we ever gonna finish climbing this ladder?
We're climbing a considerable height. It's only natural that it will take some time.
That's not the problem here!
We are getting closer to the top, aren't we?
You've just got to keep your spirits up, Rinwell. Positive thinking is everything.
We finally reached the top.
My limbs feel like they're about to fall off.
Already? You kids need to train more.
She's right. We don't have time to catch our breath. No choice.
Me the strength to march on.
Get behind me!
Lion, let's go.
You get the death. Air through. Leave the enemy's arc to me.
Nobody plays here!
You've got a knack for battle.
I still plan on training.
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisher!
Here I come! Blow away!
How about this?
Blow away!
Hurricane Blast!
Raining splash!
I feel the power flowing through me.
You'll be able to help even more people now.
Yeah, I guess I will.
Right, Rick!
Need the strength to march on.
Sharpness!
Now I can let it.
No further.
Hurricane Blast! Lightning Strike!
Raining strike!
Shield from calamity. My turn.
Tempest
Resonate with the astral arc.
That's my cue!
Shut him down.
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
I sense a strange... How... Or from this.
Yeah! We did it. We've reached the top of the mountain.
About damn time. My knees are singing symphonies over here.
Look, there it is.
That's it. That's Pelegion, the seat of Volron's power.
So that's where Shion's being held?
Most likely.
Most likely.
That is what I said, yes.
Pelegion's still our best lead. So that's where we go, right?
Any advice before we head in there?
No.
No?
In the ancient tongue, Ganeth Heros means Fortress of Naught, though I fail to see what insight that nugget of trivia holds.
I guess I just thought you might have something we could use.
Since Volron became Lord, the only thing this realm has been known for is its shroud of secrecy. It is Volron's stronghold. All else is incidental. Just keep in mind that you can't be too careful inside.
Speaking of which, just how are all of us planning to get inside exactly?
It's not like there are any secret passages.
We've come this far. If there's no other way in, I guess we'll just have to use the front gate. Volron told us to come find him, which means he's expecting us. Let's do this the old-fashioned way.
Land of water or no, this place has a most curious atmosphere.
I'd be taking a dip in it if the circumstances were better.
Sorry, but we have to push through for now. Shion is waiting.
Yeah, I hear ya. A soak can wait.
I sure hope nothing bad's happened to Shion.
Keep those thoughts to yourself, Rinwell. Everyone's anxious enough as it is.
Sorry, it's just... I can't seem to stop thinking about it. What do you think it is that Volron wanted with her anyway?
Going by what he said back on Almadria's ship, it would appear his primary target is Alphen. Though, it's likely he hasn't forgotten the blow he sustained at Shion's hand either. That might even be what ignited his interest.
Yeah, did you see the way he reacted? It was like he was enjoying every moment. Even his pain at Shion's thorns. Oh, that guy's just creepy.
Let's just hope he's keeping his perverted tendencies in check.
What? Law? Don't say things like that.
It's not like we weren't all thinking it.
That's still no reason to...
All right, you two. Now that's enough already. Alphen shouldn't have to grit his teeth while he listens to you.
Oh.
Sorry.
swear I've seen that castle somewhere before. You're right.
This looks perfect. Guaranteed to hit the spot.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
You're still awake?
I've always been something of a night owl. Ever since back when I was someone's property. Turning in for the night only made the next day come quicker. I wasn't in any great rush.
Sorry.
What about yourself? Care to share something from before I knew you? You were part of a mage clan, right? Must have been handy being able to rely on magic for everything.
Hardly. In fact, not at all. Magic's not so special when you're not allowed to use it. Always scared of who might be watching?
Right. Sorry about that. I guess I've read too many fairy tales.
We were still made to study it every day. It doesn't make any sense if you think about it, studying the very thing you're being persecuted for. But that's what we did, just like our parents and their parents before them. Honestly, I don't even know how far back it goes.
If memory serves, mages have been the stuff of legend for ages. Even as far back as 3 centuries ago, they were myths. Your people were persecuted even before the Renans got here.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the less it makes sense though. I mean, it was astral arts that let the Renans dominate Dana, right? Why didn't mages end up being the rulers of Dana then?
Maybe they tried, but they just didn't have the numbers. Or maybe domination just wasn't something they were interested in. Have you ever considered it might have been something like that?
I guess I haven't.
I wonder why magic alone attracted the attention it did. Swords can be just as lethal in the right hands. Why not ban them?
My best guess? Swordsmanship can be learned by anyone. Magic's more of an exclusive club.
So, you either have the gift or you don't. When something's not easily obtainable, it's hard to comprehend. People are scared of what they don't understand. And fear leads to persecution. So the problem's not magic. It could just as easily have been anything.
Yeah. We should really get some rest. I want to go back to bed.
Don't want Shion to get mad at us for dragging our feet.
Alphen?
She's the one that's kept us on track. Picked me up when I was down.
Sure.
I just thought she'd always be there. No choice.
The strength to march on! Won't save you!
Sharpness!
Thanks.
Lionheart!
Switch to offense!
Flew away!
Blah, blah, blah!
We did it!
Right
Right!
Right here! I got it!
Not a chance.
Hurricane!
It's almost too strong.
Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest.
Gale Force!
Take this! Resonate with the earth! The
Here I come. Flew away. Together, that wasn't even a problem. Right, here we go!
Strength to march on! Save you!
Sharpness!
I owe you
Lionheart!
Flaming meteor! Hurricane strike!
Not again!
Lightning strike!
Here I come!
Barrier!
Flew away!
Look sharp!
No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
We did it!
I never had a doubt. Let's see what you've got. Here I come!
Going in!
Lion Heart! Let loose!
Look sharp!
You're mine! Can't get out of this!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Still reflexes will not serve you well here.
Lightning strike!
It's over!
Blah, blah, blah. That's it. Sweet now. Where for the stockpile?
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah. Following to me.
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! You're mine!
Hurricane strike!
My turn! I'm not done! Rain slash! You're finished! This could be useful.
Disarm.
Armor won't save you!
Sharpness!
I owe you one. Lion Heart! Raining Tiger Blade!
You're really strong, Alvin.
Come on!
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Still, it's reassuring to have you around.
Blew away!
Seal!
Raining Slash!
Let's get you up.
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
This is no place to fish, is it? Do my best!
Off to march on!
Sharpness!
I'm gone! Lion Heart! Raining
Tiger Blade!
Raining Slash! My turn! Blew away! Raining Slash! All back in their defenses!
Glad you have your uses.
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Retreat if you know what's good for you. Raining Lion
Far enough!
Thanks. Blew away! I shall ensure you survive this.
This one's mine!
I owe you one.
charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Air thrust!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Coming through. No further.
Did that help at all?
Look sharp.
Blew away. A wall.
These ones can run rings around us.
Ready, slot!
Resonate with the
You're mine!
Now! Frozen!
Hammer! Opted for an intricately crafted weapon as usual.
It is beautiful in both function and form.
You're gonna hate when it gets scratched.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Gotta break
Grant
through!
me the strength
Take
to
this!
march on.
Lion okay, here I go!
This one's mine!
Fall into the magic abyss!
Shield
Concentration!
from calamity.
Now I can let loose!
It's time.
This one's
Blew
mine!
away!
This one's mine!
Magic
This
abyss!
one's mine!
Here I come!
Dance on the wind.
Crush! No!
Hurricane Blast!
Surrender!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Hurricane Blast! This one's mine!
Now! Frozen!
Hammer!
A victory for the ages.
Go no further!
Strength to march on. I can carve through walls.
Hurricane Lion Heart! Lightning Strike!
Raining flash!
Hurricane Strike!
Blew away! Raining flash!
Barrier.
Dazzling Spin!
Blew away!
Hurricane Strike!
Raining
Thunder Field!
Take this!
No armor.
Tiger Blade!
I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact Frost!
Together, there is nothing that can stop us.
Indeed. As one, we are unrivaled.
And that is our greatest strength. Seriously? Is this a joke?
In a bind.
Sealed! Hurricane I'll be saving you!
Shield from calamity.
Next!
Now for
Raining flash! No escape! Sword rain out!
The heavens must be smiling.
An opponent like... This should be easy.
To march on.
Thanks.
Lionheart! Hurricane Strike!
Raining flash! Blew away!
Give a heartbeat!
Raining flash! I'm not done!
We managed to turn the tide!
For now. But things could shift at a moment's notice.
You're right. Better stay alert.
Armor's too strong.
Split it open.
Be my guest.
Down on the ground.
I'm ready! Dopamine!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
Trapped in darkness, pierced by light.
I call it the Rindo Special.
There's something in the water.
Now where might those fish be? Oh! I didn't think I'd catch something this big.
Oh, yeah!
Now where might those fish be?
Retreat if you know what's good for you. Take this! Prepare to be seized! Falling storm! Ready, flash! We did it! Not a chance! Tiger blade! Flew away! Shield boy, come on! Not a chance! Flew away!
Blah, 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 madness!
Strike!
Rotating
pile driver! Ready now!
Falling storm!
Take this! Shine!
What's the secret to being as strong as you?
You're pretty fierce on your own.
Well, maybe. But I still gotta wait for going in.
He who
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Yeah. If only I were a cat.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
You have such an incredible technique.
brute force is nothing without elegance of form.
I don't know if I'd say nothing. Raging storm! On guard!
Raining flash!
Going in.
We did it! Here I come! Flew away! Take it! Down on the ground!
That's what I like to hear.
You guys want to rest here?
Gosh, the castle's even larger once you get close to it.
What's that shining thing up top? A spirit vessel? It feels creepy, like it's watching over everything.
You think he knows we're here?
We'd best assume as much, yes.
What we have to do is simple. Just beat Volron and rescue Shion. That's it.
Try not to work yourself up too much. We have a lot of city and castle yet to traverse.
Make sure to get some good rest. Well, off we go. We're almost there, guys. Don't let your guard down.
I'm excited just thinking about us barging through the front gate.
Halt! Are you Alphen and his companions?
Why would you think that?
You are the only one scheduled to arrive, and there are no unscheduled arrivals in Ganeth Haros. So I'll ask again, are you Alphen and his companions?
We are.
Then pass. Lord Volron is expecting you at Castle Delpharis.
Well, suppose it's rather nice of them to roll out the red carpet for us.
So we're supposed to meet him in there? What do we do now?
Let's see how things look around the city first. Then we'll make our way to the castle.
Not a slave in sight. Where is everyone? There aren't even any soldiers.
Something feels off. I don't like it.
Like the fact that the enemy could ambush us at any moment? Yeah, not crazy about that either.
No, not that. Something else.
That must be Volron's castle up ahead. I suppose we just walk right up to it then?
That's what the guard from before said. Now, if we only knew where they were keeping Shion, we could try to...
That's it!
Hmm?
That weird feeling. It's not just that the city is empty. It feels like no one lives here at all.
Now that you mention it, it does feel strangely... artificial. Think maybe it's a district just for the Renans alone?
With all this open space, seems unlikely.
Huh?
What's going on? What was that about? They were Danins, right?
That wasn't normal. Wait, you don't think it could have been the fruit of Helgen, do you?
No, they seem too docile. What about astral energy? Could you sense any coming from them?
No, and I'm pretty sure I could tell if it was. If not that, though, then what?
Speaking of which, it didn't look like there was anyone guarding them either.
They were headed for the castle. I have a bad feeling about those boats.
I get what you mean. It didn't feel like those folks are just commuting to work.
The waterway they're floating on appears to lead to Del Farra's castle. If we follow it, we may learn more about what's taking place here.
So, any ideas what the deal was with that boatload of weirdos?
Your guess is as good as mine. They looked like Danon slaves, but beyond that...
This city is grander and more beautiful than any other we've been to, yet...
I know what you mean. From the architecture right down to the people, something feels off somehow.
I've long maintained one can glean a lot about a ruler from their city. Considering how unsettling this place is, I'd say I wasn't far off the mark. Despite its surface layer of majesty, walking around inside, it feels more like a hollowed-out ruin.
I say we follow after that boat. If we're lucky, they might be in the mood to give us some answers.
Man, this place gives me the creeps.
Law, your legs are shaking.
What? Liar?
Just kidding.
You...
I've seen ghost towns that were more alive than this city. Where the hell did all the Danons and Renans go? Shion. There's nobody here either. Looks like the only